Yes, I'm talking about Canada, of course. Canada is not only popular for its picturesque lakes and mountain ranges, but also for its affordable higher education, leading to many Indian MS aspirants choosing Canada over US for their masters. Don't believe us? Why don't we take a quick look at some facts and figures? According to the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada, also known as IRCC, the country welcomed 31,975 Indian students in 2015. This figure soared to a 52,890 by the end of 2016, and in 2017 alone, 83,410 study permits had been issued to Indian students, a significant rise of over 58% from 2015. What's more, these figures are only set to increase in the near future, bolstered by Canada's friendly visa and post-graduation work permit rules, high quality of living, and excellent employment rates. Moreover, given its close proximity to the USA, which is the dream destination for every MS aspirant who wishes to go for masters, definitely gives Canada more visibility. So what makes Canada such an attractive study abroad destination? Well, for one, Canada is much cheaper than the US when it comes to higher education, owing to the fact that much of its funding comes from the government itself, instead of relying on private funding. Another important game changer is the streamlined visa process, making it extremely student-friendly by reducing the processing time required and the necessary paperwork. With the ongoing political scenario in several other countries, Canada's ease of visa and immigration comes as a breath of fresh air. Plus, did we mention about affordable healthcare and ease of getting a work permit after graduation and the competitive living costs? Well, sit tight as I'm about to give you a complete lowdown on how and why you should choose the Great White North as your ultimate study abroad destination. Hi, my name is Donna David, and I'm a GRE and admissions expert here at GRE Edge. And in this video, I'm going to be discussing everything that there is to know about studying abroad in Canada, including eligibility criteria, fees, applications process, and deadlines, among other things. Are you ready? Let's go. Oh, just one more thing. We have an exclusive ebook giveaway towards the end of this video, so do stay tuned for that. Let's dive right in. Canada is home to more than 96 universities, including some of the big players like University of Toronto, University of Waterloo, McGill University, and University of British Columbia. As of 2017, nearly 8% of Canada's population, which is about 2.96 million people, are pursuing a postgraduate degree, as opposed to just 5.4% in 2007. As far as the international students go, the figures have more than doubled from 87,798 students in 2008 to a whopping 1,89,573 in 2018. This trajectory of Canada's encouraging education stats indicate a growing awareness about the importance of higher education, not to mention the government's proactive approach aimed at making education affordable and accessible to those from lower income families as well as those from tribal and aboriginal areas. Overall, Canadian institutions educate around 1.7 million students annually. They perform 40% of Canada's research and development and represent a total turnover of 35 billion Canadian dollars, generating economic wealth in communities across Canada. Some of the most popular and sought-after courses or fields in Canada include computer science, civil engineering and construction, public health, finance, human resource management, mechanical engineering, pharmaceutical engineering, electrical engineering, psychology, and chemical engineering, with a significant percent of incoming international students applying for courses in STEM, that is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Let's take a quick look at the top 10 Canadian universities along with their global rankings as awarded by QS University Rankings. Significantly, as we can see, 3 Canadian universities make it to the Global 50: University of Toronto, McGill University, and University of British Columbia. The University of Toronto is also ranked 18th in the world for its academic reputation, while McGill boasts of the best highest score of its percentage of international students, welcoming them from over 150 countries. Meanwhile, University of British Columbia, located in picturesque Vancouver, is home to 8 Nobel Prize winners and 71 Rhodes Scholars. Are you impressed? We know you are. The next step is to find out the admission intakes and their respective deadlines. So Canada has two kinds of admission intakes, fall and spring. For the fall intake, the classes commence from the month of September, and for the spring intake, the classes commence from the month of January. However, there are a few differences between the two intakes. For example, the roster of courses offered during the fall intake is much higher than what's offered during spring. Also, the admissions provided during the spring intake is much lower and mostly given to deferred admits. So consequently, the class size of the spring intake is much smaller than that of the fall intake. As experts in higher education abroad, we highly recommend our students to get started on their applications and finalizing their universities for the fall intake by August or September of the previous year. If you're unsure on how to go about selecting the universities for your profile, then check out the free ebook that we provided in the description below. Now let's look at the ideal application timeline you should follow for a fall intake. August to September, finish shortlisting 6 to 12 universities you're interested in based on your independent research and interaction with your seniors. Between September and November, start taking the exams required for admissions such as GRE, GMAT, TOEFL or IELTS. This will give you sufficient time to retain the exam if need be. November to December, take cognizance of the application deadlines, which are usually around November to December. So you need to prepare your application package, including transcripts, test scores, essays and letters of recommendation, and ensure you made it well before the deadlines. Between January to April, this is a period in which you will hear back from universities on your application decision. Once accepted, you will be given a deadline within which you will have to confirm your place and make an admissions deposit. Between April to July is the period you will apply for student loans, if required, and begin applying for your visas. Do note that the processing time for a Canadian student visa for Indian applicants is roughly 6 weeks. So make sure you apply as soon as you can to avoid unnecessary anxiety and worry. Now that you know the benefits of applying to Canadian universities and the application intakes with their deadlines, it's time for us to look at the admission requirements for studying in Canada. Now the good news is, compared to the US, the Canadian applications process is fairly straightforward. For example, not all universities in Canada require a GRE. However, many of them prefer having a GRE score on your profile. By and large, the admin decisions are based on your CGPA, application essays, and your score in TOEFL and IELTS. A TOEFL IBT score of 100 and above is usually preferred, and if you're taking an IELTS, then a band score of 7.5 and above would be preferred. That too, with an individual band score of no less than 7 in each section. Here are some more requirements that we need to look into. Statement of purpose. The SOP is probably one of the most crucial aspects of your application because it's a snapshot of your goals, achievements, and aspirations. Most university departments would set their own word limit. However, it's usually no more than 500 words. Letters of recommendation. An LOR is an assessment of your potential and your dedication to your discipline. As a minimum, you'll be required to furnish at least 2 letters. Research portfolio. As a fresh undergraduate, you're not really expected to have a lot of research experience, but if you do, then make sure you mention that in your SOP and that you get an LOR from your research supervisor, because research is typically uncommon at an undergraduate level. So having that would actually help you stand out among your peers with similar credentials. Work experience. Again, now this is not something that you're expected to have, or it's not a mandatory requirement. But university life is considered to be like an ivory tower, where students are provided with a cushy, comfortable living experience away from all the realities of life. Work experience, on the other hand, is an excellent way to break out of that ivory tower and gain some valuable insights into the world we actually live in. So if you have work experience, that's definitely going to bolster your admit chances. If you have relevant work experience to the program you're applying for, then that's going to do wonders for you, especially if you have an average academic profile compared to the rest, or even if you have a lower GPA. So that was MS in Canada for you. The northern companion of USA has nearly the same admissions criteria and is star-studded with stellar universities. With a more tropical climate and a wide array of top companies, USA does pose strong competition to the polite country of Canada. So now that you know how Canada matches up to the US, it's up to you to decide where your calling lies. But wherever it is, and whatever questions you may have about applying for a master's abroad, don't hesitate to leave a comment below or get in touch with us at greedge.com, and we'll be happy to help you out at any time of the day. Also, as promised, we do have an ebook giveaway lined up for you, so don't forget to check out the download link in the description below to grab your free copy to a comprehensive guide all about applying to MS in Canada. That's all for this video. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to GREH YouTube channel for more such videos. And share this video with a friend or family member looking to apply for an MS in Canada. See you soon.